Right, hi all. So, bit different video today. Um, One of the things that became apparent when I was at Vapefest was that my drip tips are not actually fitting some tanks. Uh, so I thought I'd do a little video and show you how to change that situation. First of all, a history lesson. For those of you who are kind of new to vaping or you won't have a clue what that is, these are called cartomizers. And this was what the standard for the 510 sizes were built on. So the thread at that end is the thread that most of you will have screwing into your mods, and the other end is the diameter that normally takes our drip tips. So when you plug them in, I like them to be tight, so they are tight. I like to be able to, if I bring this one into shot, can I get it? Not quite. But I'm holding it just by the drip tip. It's quite a heavy mod, and it's staying in there nicely. Now, some of the imports coming in from China, they've decided to change the internal diameter of the tanks. So all of the sizes and specifications were built around cartomizers. So when I'm making drip tips, I make them to fit cartomizers. And then knowing that, they'll go on to fit just about any tank that you can put your finger on. Or so I thought. Let's find another one. So that's a Tayfun with a drip tip in it. No problem. That's a K-Fun 4 with a drip tip. No problem. And all of my drip tips, I'll show you on this one, fit cartomizers beautifully, plug in nicely and stay in. Yep, until you want them out, and then they come out with quite readily. So, when we were at Vapefest, what I found was that with these tanks, and you'll know which ones they are, they won't actually fit. Yep, you see that? It's not the matter of the O-ring, it's the aluminium. So this particular one is significantly smaller. Now I can only assume that they've decided to make them a little bit different so that you have to buy their drip tips to fit them. So what I want to do just now is show you how to adjust the drip tip to fit your tank if it is too tight. Dead easy. What you need is a nail file. It's no big deal. Most people have got these kicking around. The reason we like to use a nail file is because this edge, the very edge of it, is a safe edge. That's what it's called. There's no cut on it. So what we can actually do is put that against the underside of the drip tip and just work away steadily at it. Just keep turning it in your fingers, just holding it nice and flat, and work away steadily, work your way round. Don't even have to take the O-ring off. All that'll happen is the O-ring will turn rather than wear, because it isn't the O-ring that's the problem. So we're going to make sure we get all the way around, and then we'll have a little test fit. We don't want to take too much off. I mean, we're only talking about maybe 0.1 of a millimetre, 0.2 at the absolute max. But it's enough to spoil the fit, and we don't want that. I must have done this 20 times at Vapefest for people. Just eased it down. And all I had then was me Swiss Army knife. Tiny bit more. Because once it goes in, it'll go in. And it's very annoying. Naughty people changing a standard size. The trouble is I can't make the drip tips a different size because I don't know who's going to buy them and what gear they've got. As you can see, they fit perfectly on what will we say, more high end, better quality tanks. I mean, normally it's the opposite problem where they're too loose. This is why I supply a slightly bigger O-ring. So if they've made the holes a little bit bigger than the standard, then they'll fit. You know, you can swap the O-ring out and it'll fit. So, see how we're doing. No, just a little bit. Oh, no, not quite. A little bit more. I'm deliberately doing this on some white, it's foam core board, but you can see how little dust is coming off. Yeah, we're not taking a lot off. Why they couldn't have left the standard alone and just made them right, I don't know. I say other than, I think they're probably just doing it so you have to buy their drip tips and not third-party ones, like mine. So, but anybody with a nail file can sort this out without any problem. Yeah, oh yes. Getting there now. And this is taking rather longer than usual, but I don't want to cut anything out of the, I want you to see it all in its entirety. But it's a shame if you want to buy one and worried that it won't fit. At least if you know how to adjust it yourself, or you send it to me and I'll adjust it. Naughty people. I'm using the fine side on the file, not the coarse. If I'd have used the coarse, we'd probably been there by now. No, still not there. Almost. I know this is a faff, but I did want to make sure that everybody was aware that it isn't the fault of, the drip tips that I make are right because they fit a standard size. It's the fault of the naughty tank manufacturers. I can't think of a better way of doing it. Oh yes, there we go. That's it going in now. Take a little bit more off and we're there. Yes, unfortunately I can't make different sizes because, as I say, who knows who's got what tank. I've got to stick to the standard to, which suits most people, but just these few odd ones that it won't. But at least if you can adjust it yourself, it's not a big problem. Although if you send it back to me, I'll adjust it for you. That's no bother. But for 5 minutes work, might as well save the postage. There you go, done. And out again. Yeah, now, it should still fit the standard, which it does. Yep. So there's not a lot in it. You can see how little dust there is there. That's all that came off it. But it's enough to make the difference between going in and not going in. That's it, plugs in nicely now. I'll just take a tiny bit more off with the fine side of the file, get rid of some of the scratches off the aluminium. That's it, that's better. There now. And obviously you give it a wash and get rid of the dust, but you can see that, yep, just plugging in there nicely, quite happily holding the weight. I mean, no, there's nothing in this, but that's good. Okay, so there you go, that's how you do it. If you want to change the diameter of the drip tip, all you need is a nail file and 5 minutes of patience. Very good. Okay, got some special videos coming on. I've been asked to make a ventilated tip, as well as, what was the other special? Something else anyway, I can't remember. So yeah, watch this space and there'll be more to follow. So, and remember, cartomizers are the standard. These aren't. Right, thanks for watching. A nice quick one this time for a change.